absence, sickness, and timesheet module in Dynamics HR. So in this session, I'm going to talk about integration between Dynamics HR and Azure AD. So let's go to the next slide. In today's session, this is our agenda. First is about the introduction. What is Azure AD? What is Dynamics HR? Second is how to create a user in AD when a new worker is hired in Dynamics HR. Update a user in AD when a worker is updated, such as the first name, last name, employment information. Disable a user from AD group, and then demo, and at the last we will have a Q&A. Introduction. What is an Azure AD? So in simple term, we can say that Azure AD is a Microsoft cloud-based identity and access management service, like where employee can sign into external resources such as your Outlook, your Teams, and other SaaS applications. For example, when you want to access different resources like in Azure portal, your admin team has to create an account in Azure Active Directory so that you can access all the external resources. Next slide is about what is Dynamics HR. Um, uh, a lot of people knows about Dynamics HR. In 2017, Microsoft announced a new product called Dynamics Talent, and later they renamed as the Dynamics HR with new feature. Especially, they introduced this feature as a subset of Dynamics HR capabilities. Like in finance and operation, we have a different modules like sales, purchase, and HR. So they carve out HR from Dynamics F&O and make as a new product, so that it is especially for the people who are working in the human resource industries. Dynamics HR is a true SaaS application. That means it's a sealed product. You cannot extend the functionality which is available in HR. But the good news is, as per the latest announcement from Microsoft, we can extend Dynamics HR just like a finance and operation. If you want to know more about this announcement, you can just check this reference URL. What are the different features available in Dynamics HR? So here we can see we have a compensation, benefit, leave and absence. Under employee self-service, we have my information, manager self-service, absence manager. And we also have the features about compliance, payroll integration, performance feedback, and training and certification. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Create a user in Azure AD. To create, update, and delete a user from Azure AD, we should have admin access to the Azure AD connector in Power Platform. And second is we should have an access to Power Automate. There are some assumptions while creating this Power Platform for creation of user in Azure AD. We should, in the system, employee should have a unique primary email address and assigned position. To create a user in Azure AD when an employee is hired in Dynamics HR, these are some steps we have to follow. First is we have to create a Power Automate with Azure AD and SMTP server settings. And second step is we have to hire a new worker in Dynamics HR with a unique primary email address and position. Third step is we have to run the Power Automate. Step 4 is we have to validate whether the user has received the email with new credential. And step 5 is we have to validate the data in Azure AD. So let's check these steps in detail. Okay, how to create a Power Automate in Dynamics HR. Like first we have to log in with flow.microsoftdynamics.com, and then we have to use the event from Dataverse. Like in Dataverse we have a different events, like when the record is created, updated, or modified. So in this case we will use the event when the record is created. we have to provide the environment URL, and then we have to get the entity from Dataverse, such as workers. Its technical name is CDM underscore worker, and we have to define the scope as organization. Second step is we have to create a password for user. So in this case, I used a variable called create user password of type string, and this is a just a dummy password for the user. After first login, user has to change their password. Third step is we have to get the worker details based on the step one. Here also we have to provide the environment, we have to provide the table name, and item identifier we are using as a worker from the step one. The step four is we have to list all the records from position worker assignment based on the worker created in HR. So we here in the filter query we are providing a condition like from position worker assignment we should get the record which is created in the step one. And then in next step we have to apply the same logic to job position to get the information such as department, cost centers, job title, job function. And then we have to create a user in Azure AD with first name, last name, email address, and other position information. And then we will trigger an email to user saying that a record has been created for you in Azure AD. Next step is we have to hire a new worker in Dynamics HR. We have to provide first name, last name, employment start date, employment end date, and then we have to provide a unique email address with primary. And once we entered all this information correctly, then it will run a flow and it will give the status whether it's succeed or failed. And then user will receive the email something like that, a new can has been created for you. So you can see your email ID, you can see the password, and you have to change your password after your first login. And then we can validate the information in Azure AD. So you can see there is a new account is created for you. So we will go through the steps in Power Platform how we can create this one. So let me share my screen again. Okay. I will not create a new flow. I already have the template, so I can just follow the same template in Power Platform. So first you can see I logged in environment called Sandbox, and then you can just create a new flow or you can just edit the existing flow. So this is the event from Dataverse when the record is created. Here I provided the environment of my Sandbox. I use the CDM underscore worker entity here, and then I created a password for user to log in Azure AD. And in next step, you can see I'm getting the worker information from entity based on the step one. Here it will list down all the informations from worker position worker assignment, such as the parent position, child position, and based on position worker assignment, you will get the information from job position like department, job title, job function, and then it will create a user in a Jaredi. So you can see here it's like first name, then it will provide the password here. In user principal name, it is taking the primary email address and given name and the last name. And once this is okay, then it will trigger an email to user saying that a new user has been created for you. So this is our Power Automate. So next step is I will hire a new employee in Dynamics HR. Okay, so this is the Dynamics HR application. I will go to the personal management first. Links, employees. Okay, I will hire a new employee. Oh, before that, I need to create a position for an employee, or I can use a existing position, but let me create a new position first. We have to provide the activation date for the position. So in this case, I will consider as 1st of July. The position has been created, so I will hire an employee for this position. Okay, let's say I give Rosa. I have to provide the employment start date for this employee, and then I can say hire and add details. Okay, so here I have to provide the unique email address for this employee. So I'll say in the contact information, click on add. Select the type as a email address, and then I need to use maybe something like this one. Memory, yes, and then click on save. So once we saved the record, we have to run the flow. So you can see your flow ran successfully. So you can see all the data is here now. Sometime it takes some time to update the information. So let's wait for some time. Let's wait some more time. Sometime it takes 3 to 4 minutes depending on the database. Hmm, okay. It's taking a lot of time, but yeah, you will get such kind of email saying that a record has been created for you. So meanwhile, I will go to the further steps and then we will come back to here. Let me share again. Okay, so next step is update a user in Azure AD. So in this case, what will happen? We have to follow the same step, but we have to use the update event, not the create event. And we have to, and then next, we have to update some information in Dynamics HR. So let's see how this works. So in the previous step, we use a create event, and here we are using the update event. And here will be the same, like we have to get the record from the workers, and we have to list down the records from worker position assignment. And here only thing we have to add a condition, we have to only update the current worker, not all the workers. And then in the we have to go to the dynamics hr. We can update any of the informations such as the first name, last name, or position information. And then it will again trigger a flow, and then user will receive an email saying that a record has been created in a ready for you. And in the same way, you can see here for Adam, the record has been updated in a ready with first name like Mr. Dot Adam. So let's follow these steps in Dynamics in Power Platform. I need to check why it's not triggering, because it takes a lot of time sometimes. So till the time, I'll just close this one. I'll go to my solution. Okay, so here we have to use the Dataverse event as a when the record is updated, provide the current environment, use the worker entity, get the record from the Dataverse based on the step one. And here we can list all the records from position worker assignment based on the worker entity. And we have to apply this loop to all job positions. So from here we can get the position information such as department, job titles, and then here we can get the user from Azure. And once this condition is satisfied, it will update the user in Azure. So in this case, I'm just updating the given name, last name, and the display name in the Jaredi, and then it will trigger an email in to the user saying that user information is updated in the Jaredi. So let's go. So before that, I need to check whether it's still doing something. Hmm, okay, I need to check. So let me see again. Let me try once again whether the record is created. Okay, so this is how it works. So you can see here a new account has been created for Rosa, and sometime it takes some time, and we have to run the flow again and again. So the record is created in Azure AD for Rosa, and if you go to the Azure AD, if you refresh now, you can see the record is created Rosa, and this is the email ID. This is the first name, last name. And now, if you want to update the information of Rosa, let's say I'm going to change Rosa's name. I'll say then I'll go back to a charity saying that taste again. Again, we have to wait for some more time. Let me check whether user received the email. Okay, so we will receive the email something like that. And now if I go back to the Jaredi, and if I go here, refresh. So here you can see the first name is updated for Rosa to Mrs. Rosa, and same you can see here on the top. So in this way, you we can create and update the user in Azure with Dynamics HR. Moving back to my slides, okay, how we can disable the user from Azure group. So for this, we already have a standard template in Power Automate. We can follow the same template. Like we have to create a template from Power Automate, and we have to provide the name of the user where we have to disable from the AD group, and then it will run the Power Automate, and user will receive an email saying that okay, that record has been removed from the Azure AD group. So this is the same template from Power Automate, and we have to follow this document again here, and then we can see all this information. I'll not go much in detail. I'll directly go to the Power Automate. Let's see this one. I'll go to my flows. So we can use this template, the template name called click a button to remove a user from all AD security groups. So if you click on edit, this is a manual trigger flow, or you can make automation. That's possible. So you can use the email address, and you can, based on the email address, you can get the information from Azure AD, and then this will remove from the all the AD groups, and it will trigger an email to user saying that user has been removed from all groups. So if I want to remove this user, I can say create manually, and here I have to provide the user email ID. So in this case, I'll use this email ID. Okay, so it triggered an email to user. Let's see the email. So we will get this email saying that Rosa has been removed from all AD groups. Okay, so this is how we can create, update, and delete AD groups with Dynamics HR. Let's go back to my slide. Okay, any questions about this one?
Yes, Parag. We have not received any questions yet. I think we are good.
Mhm.
And in term of just, I was just looking. In term of do you have any thoughts if we try to? This is something we have seen triggering from dynamic side, but can we automate as well? Maybe running a script or anything like this, and using flow. Can something like this be done?
Yeah, if you are saying something as a PowerShell, I think that's I'm not sure whether it's possible, but with Power Automate or Logic Apps, you can make it very easily. And I think Microsoft is planning to make it available in finance and operation also, same feature.
Yeah. And do you know anything like this further is coming from Microsoft side? I know, I mean, Flow is of course that is also from Microsoft, but anything out of box, which have you heard anything which is planned or?
Yes, actually, I heard because they're already working on such integrations,
Yeah,
but that's going to come in future.
yeah, yeah. I think we are good with questions. I don't see any other question.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
we are good. Thank you
Yeah,
so much, Brad.
yeah.
Really
Thank
appreciate.
you.
Thank you. Thanks for your time and presenting. Thanks for supporting this community event. So nice of you. Thank you. It was really informative. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. We our still show is still continue. We have a few more sessions to present today. For until next speaker join us, we will take a couple of minutes break, and please stay with us. Thank you.